What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today, you guys, with a very late review for The Real Housewives of Miami. This is season 6, episode number 11, and this episode was titled Invite Only. Now, before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, do me a solid favor, you guys, and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about our girls down in Miami, shall we? All right, you guys, so let's see. Now, I will say that this review won't be the longest review because this episode, it was a good episode, but it was kind of filler if we're being honest with each other. I guess we'll talk about the person that I like the least. Well, we can't talk about the person that I really like the least because this episode, she had a party. So we'll talk about her bro, Alexia. Now, you guys remember that Alexia and Todd and Frankie, guys, remember, they have to move out of that condo in 30 days, right? And Alexia is looking for a new place to live. Mind you, it's her and Frankie looking at the place. Her husband, nowhere to be found. I was like, girl, that's telling. That is telling. And then at your new beginnings party, you want to blame everything on Adriana. I don't know if we can. At your new beginnings party, you want to blame everything on Adriana. And ma'am, I just don't think that it's Adriana. I think that there is some issues in your marriage, Alexia. And I think you should own up to that and be like, yeah, you know, me and Todd, we're going through some things, and leave it at that. Because why ain't your husband here? Now, you said he was with his daughters, baby. He could have said, you know, hey, let's find a time that works for me and you to go look at this apartment. What I also will say about that condo, it was nice, right? It was a high rise. The one thing that I noticed was them bedroom, and I realized it because you can look around at you could see the items that were in those rooms. That apartment was made. That apartment, those are for kids. That bedroom is for a child because you can see kid clothing and kid toys in there, and those beds, those were, you know, twin size beds. Right. So I was like, yeah, this is not for grown adults. But hey, she didn't really like it, and I really didn't care. You guys can let me know what you guys thought. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all we have for Alexia. Nothing less, nothing more. We'll pause here and we'll move on to the next person who had nothing going on in this episode as well. Larsa, you guys. Oh, God. Larsa, her daughter Sophia, and the doofus, aka Marcus. Now, is it just me, or am I the only person? Like, I look at the TV screen. I really watch these episodes, and I be looking at things. And so, Marcus and Larsa got an interview together. Speaking of which, Marcus and Larsa are also on the show The Traitors that premiered last night on what is it? Peacock, you guys. So go check it out. I'm watching it because one of my favorite reality TV competition people is on that show. Her name is Janelle from Big Brother. I absolutely love Janelle. So what are we saying? What am I talking about? But yeah, I was looking at Marcus in this interview. I know you Michael Jordan's son and all, but number one, the first thing I noticed was there's something red in Marcus's beard, and it looked like a little bump. It looked like a cold sore. I noticed that. And on top of me noticing that, I also noticed that, nigga, you look like Tyler Perry. Yo, big goofy ass looks like Tyler Perry. That was the one thing that I noticed. So, this scene was hella boring with Marcus and Larsa. They were having dinner, and I could have done without it. Now, did you guys? Now, I didn't watch What Happens Live because she and Lisa were on Watch What Happens Live after the episode aired, right? But I did see the clip. It's circulating on social media. So you guys remember at last season's reunion, Larsa said that she and Scotty had sex 3 times a night, right? Well, she and Marcus are having sex 5 times a night. I was like, ma'am, either your vagina is just been pounded to smithereens, or you like, I wonder, like, are you talking about 5 rounds? Because I don't know how your vagina is taking that kind of punishment. Because five, I ain't finna put y'all all in my business and no shit like that, but I mean, 5 times is a lot, you know? I, have I gone more than once? Yes, but never 5 different times, never 5 times in one night. Never that. Never that. But hey, that is neither here nor there. But if, like I said, if Lars's vagina likes it, then who am I to judge at all? What else, you guys? That was all we got from Larson. Let's pause here and move forward. Next up, Lisa. Wasn't much with Lisa in this episode either. I do like the fact that Lisa is trying to teach her son the value of $1. Yikes. Her son, cute little boy, right? One thing I will say is, though, he looks exactly, and I mean, he is a spitting image of his father. He looks exactly like Lenny. And I mean, that you can take that however you want to take it, but he looks just like his father. So yeah, like I said, they took him to open up a little bank account. Little man got $400. I was like, oh, okay. And it's so interesting with Lisa, the fact that you said that you've worked before. I'm sorry, I would have continued to work. I don't give a fuck if I married rich. I'm still gonna have a way of making money for myself, because now look at where you are. You're in a situation where, and this is what the girls were saying to you, you're in a situation where you're very much so dependent upon Lenny and his lifestyle. Like, you're driving his car. You're still living in the house that you shared with him currently. Now she at that time, because currently she and the kids have moved out of that house and have an apartment. I do know that. But at that time of filming, you were still very much so living with Lenny in Lenny's house. Like I said, I am glad that you are teaching your son the value of $1, but I also think you need to teach yourself the value of $1. And I also think you need to teach yourself to live within your means, girlfriend. I like Lisa, but yeah, you need to learn that stuff. You need to teach yourself some of this stuff too. We'll pause here and move forward, you guys. Next up, you guys, Gertie. So we see Gertie. So Gertie, you guys remember in last week's episode, or I think it was last week's episode, Gertie had the surgery, right? So Gertie is back home and she's being a little demanding of Russell, right? But it's all good. I'm here for it. So Nicole and Julia, they came by to visit her. And so she's letting them know that she's waiting for the pathology results. And, you know, Dr. Nicole in her interview is explaining to us about the pathology. They want to make sure that they got all the cancerous cells out of her body the first time. And if they didn't, then the pathology will tell them that. And if they didn't, then they'll have to go back and do another surgery. And I was like, yikes. They also talked about the brunch, right? And I'm going to talk about the brunch as well. Now, they feel like with, you know, the brunch, and more specifically, Julia feels that Adriana needs to fess up because Nicole is taking the brunt of Alexia and Maris and the drunks' wrath for having Anna there, when in actuality it was Adriana who brought Anna. And so Nicole, I really did feel bad for Dr. Nicole. You guys know I love Dr. Nicole. I love her. But I felt so bad for her when she started crying, because that's the thing. Since I don't know what it is with Alexia, and you know what? I'm noticing something, and I don't know if I said this last season, but I am noticing it. I'm noticing they have issues with Adriana. Now, let me say this. I don't know what nationality I forget which nationality they all are. I forget that. I don't know if Nicole ever really said what nationality she is. I can't remember. I think we know what Adriana is, but I wonder if it's like a thing of they wanted to be the only Spanish women on the show, because that's kind of what it gives. Like, that's literally what it gives to me. And I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's what it kind of looks like, right? So they have an issue with Nicole. I don't know if it's being the only Spanish women, if it's Nicole being successful. I don't know what it is, but it just feels it's something off with those two. That's why I say I can't stand either one of them. But hey, so while they're sitting there, the drunk, aka Marisol, sent a text message to all the ladies inviting them over to her home, and she excluded Nicole. Babe, I wouldn't feel no type of way about being excluded from anything that Marisol Patton is putting on. I wouldn't feel no type of way. I really wouldn't. But we'll pause here and we'll wrap up the episode with the drunk. So let me say this real quick to Bravo, or, you know, I see people who say they wish that Miami stayed on Peacock. I don't know how I feel about that. I was, when it was announced last year that season 6 of Miami would premiere on Bravo, I did feel a way, because I was like, I enjoyed it on Peacock. Because on Peacock, remember, we got the first, I think, and it's another thing, we were spoiled because we got the first 3 to 4 episodes on premiere day, whereas this year we only got 1 episode on premiere night. So I think that was the only thing about it not being on Peacock that I was like, we're not gonna get the first 4 episodes, but it is what it is, right? Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it should have stayed on Peacock, or do you think it was fine? It's fine here on Bravo. I don't necessarily know if I like it following Beverly Hills. I think that's the problem that I don't necessarily like. I feel like we could have put Miami on a different night. I feel like, because we don't have a Housewives show that comes on Mondays. But I don't think there's never been a Housewives show that came on Mondays. I guess it's fine, right? I guess it's fine. I guess, I don't know. But the episode opened with the drunk. If this was a test scene to see if she should get her mojito back, it failed miserably, because I was bored with this scene. I don't even know what the hell happened in this scene. One thing I do know, that they showed a flashback of Lars's old face, and I was like, damn, y'all love hitting us with a flashback of Lars's old face. For that woman to say she ain't, never mind. We all know Lars is a liar. So all the ladies, like I said, remember, all the ladies are going over to the drunk's house for this party, with the exception of Nicole and Larsa, who is sick. Julia, when Julia came in, Julia was kind of like, I was like, is everything okay, Julia? Like, what's going on, Julia? But I still couldn't get a read on Julia. I was like, it was odd how she walked into the house. I don't know if she was surprised to be there or what, but it is what it is, right? So Julia and Kiki both let it be known that they will be walking in swim week. And so we'll see that in next week's episode. Julia is talking to Alexia and the drunk, and she's basically wanting to clear Nicole's name. So when Adriana came, she was telling Adriana, like, you got to tell the truth. Like, you got to tell them that it was you that invited Anna to the Mother's Day brunch and not Nicole, because Nicole unnecessarily is getting blamed for this. So Adriana goes on ahead and tells them, hey, yeah, it was me that invited Anna to the brunch with Nicole's blessing. And lo and behold, the drunk, and as I call her, the racist, these fools, oh, okay, Adriana, but Nicole is still the problem. I was like, Nicole is still the problem? Are you serious? Y'all can't be serious. Nicole is still the problem, but Adriana literally just told y'all she invited the woman, not Nicole. What the fuck? I was just like, okay, this is beyond me at this point, because what the fuck? Like, y'all are stupid to me. So then Lisa shows up. And when Lisa showed up, she and Alexia got into it with each other. And I was like, now Lisa. And this is coming from someone who doesn't necessarily care for Alexia, right? I don't think that Alexia was coming from a bad place, when she was trying to tell Lisa about this shit with Lenny, she wasn't coming from a bad place. But leave it to Lisa to take it that way. And so Gertie was like, wait a minute, I can't sit here and listen to you guys arguing. When I came in here, I told you guys everything was good. Everything is not good. I'm going to leave because I have to have another surgery. And I was like, oh, I really felt bad for Gertie. I really, really, really felt bad for Gertie that she has to have another surgery. I can't even begin to imagine what that toll is on her mind and her body. So, but again, we all know currently that she is cancer free, in remission, whatever you want to say. So I'm so happy about that. But yeah, you guys, like I said, I told you guys this episode review wasn't going to be that long because this episode, it didn't give a lot. But hey, next week's episode, I think it's going to give more than what this week's gave. But let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, you guys. And until next time, stay safe. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.